Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 2nd of February 2022. That date, by the way, is the best date I've ever seen for weddings, so congrats to everyone who's getting married on this day. It also works in terms of numerology. 2 is communication and cooperation. So that bodes really well for anyone entering a partnership today. I'm going to use the Wildwood Tarot for today's reading, and I'm going to choose 3 cards to see what the tarot has to say about Wednesday, the 2nd of February, and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look at what that is. Okay, so the first card is the Great Bear. That's the Judgment card in the regular tarot. And it's about an awakening. It's about remembering your own true power. Then we have the 9 of Arrows, which is the 9 of Swords. And that's dedication. And finally, we have the Green Woman, which is the Empress. Yeah, in this deck, arrows is swords and bows is wands. So we've got 1 minor arcana card, 2 major arcana cards, so big themes, and a temporary influence. Oh, and let me just move the card so you can see this. So the Judgment card in most other tarot decks, like the Rider-Waite deck, it shows an angel with a trumpet, blowing the trumpet, and the bodies rising from their graves. It's kind of like this spiritual divine calling to pursue your life purpose, your true path in life, and to remember your own strength. So here we've got this great bear, we've got the northern lights in the back, and he's kind of guarding this tomb. And it seems to be, a place of rest and resurrection and transformation. So the message is saying that, 1, it's time that something shifts and changes. Things can't stay exactly the same way they were 2 months ago or 2 years ago. It's important that you go with the flow. And the message I'm getting is that there may be a circumstance that's either coming into your life or you're moving into a new part of your life that you're not so familiar with. And it may be somewhat challenging and it requires strength. So if the question is, okay, this is, for instance, a new business I want to start, and now I'm running into these problems with the local authority or council who won't give me a permit or whatever it is, I've got 2 options. I can back down and say, oh, well, maybe it was a bad idea, or I can find an alternative. I can find a way through this because I want this new business to be created. It's part of my destiny. It's something that I want to do. And if that comes up, then the cards are saying, please, you have so much strength today. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. It's important that you make a push for what it is you want, because you also have this unbelievable kind of divine strength available to you. Next, the 9 of Arrows. It's really interesting because usually the 9 of Arrows is someone sitting up in bed at 3 in the morning, head in hands, and worried and scared. And it's not about action. It's the opposite. The 9 of Swords is about rumination and letting your own fears and concerns overtake you and overwhelm you to the point where you can't sleep, you can't even rest, and the negative thoughts just go round and round and round until they crush you and very little gets done. So the 9 of Swords is usually a very strong warning that says, hey, don't overthink this so much. Don't worry so much. Take it easy and take action. And in this deck, in this card, she has followed that advice. She's doing the perfect thing. So she's concerned. Her eyes are kind of half closed. She's wearing this blue dress and this beautiful print with orange. So the message I get with the blue and orange is that she's trying to get control of her own negative feelings. So it may be something she's suffering with. And rather than sit there and just wait for things to work out or to pass, she's doing something that may seem mundane. She's gathering arrows that have been shot, and she's out and about, not feeling wonderfully great, but she's picking up all the arrows. And I really think that is dedication, doing something that you think is positive and productive, even if you're not feeling it in that moment. So it's a great take on the 9 of Arrows because the solution is in the card. It says if you are concerned, if your fears and worries are overwhelming you, the lesser evil as such is facing those worries and doing something about them. Engaging with the process will mean that you are productive, you have this great strength, you'll be able to reduce some of your fears and worries by working with them and resolving some of them, or scheduling some of them, or however the resolution comes. The cards are saying that you'll be able to lighten the load by taking action, by withdrawing and ignoring the situation and waiting for this tide to kind of pass on through. That is not the way forward. You're wasting your own great energy today to sort things out so that you feel less of a burden. So in your active moments, focus on what can be done and how you can be productive. It's going to then make 3 in the morning, when you would worry, easier. Finally, the green woman is the Empress, and the Empress is the 3rd card in the Major Arcana, and she's about new beginnings, new life, birth, something taking on a life of its own, being in the role of the protector, the mentor, the spiritual guide, providing for someone else on a practical level. It's really being someone's parent. And the green woman here is different. She's got these 2 elementals on her hands. She's like the nature goddess, the green woman here. And then we've got this cauldron with water. So it's feeling, it's authenticity, it's passion. It's really a combination of many different things. It's someone who's happy to be alive, glad to be them, emotionally balanced and reflective. So she doesn't take things personally. It's not all about her. Other entities, creatures, people come to her to see, and this can serve as a mirror. So it's your intuition that's heightened on this day. And that's gonna allow you to not only see the solution to heavy problems in a practical sense, although you can do that very well, but you also have intuitive messages about how to lighten the load, and you have the strength then to do that. So this is cleanup day. This is getting things sorted out for you so that you're not so worried and bogged down and burnt out and concerned. It's really, you are tidying up your own life on this day so that the future days are a lot easier. So you can do a lot of the heavy lifting on this day. You'll be able to shift a lot of practical concerns which have been on your grid for a while, and you'll be able to get rid of some of them and to manage others. And that then will ease the burden. It will give you, or a greater sense of energy will return, because 3 is about new beginnings, and you'll be able to pursue other things that you enjoy. It's not just a matter of survival or keeping up, which is, I mean, she's just doing a job. She's not really aware in the moment because she's killing the time. So by going through this process, it restores you in terms of energy and focus so that you can bring some more lightness into your life. Number-wise, we've got 20 and 9 is 29, and 3 is 32. 3 and 2 is 5, and 5 in numerology is freedom. So do some of the heavy work during this day, and you'll enjoy much greater freedom as a result of it. So, hooray. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.